2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And thank you for joining us for this Valentine's Day presentation of the NBA. It's a matchup you're going to love right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. So the East All-Stars will get the first possession. A look at the starting group for the East All-Stars. Antetokounmpo out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Trae Young. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. Now here's Walker over Harden. 5 to shoot. It's rebounded by Leonard. Embiid against Harden. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Giannis outside. To the inside. Tries again. And Embiid finishes inside.
Boy, proving to be a handful once again, guys. Embiid, so tough to keep off the glass because of his agility and size.
Now, here's Doncic. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Davis. And the baseline jumper, no good. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Dwayne Casey. Now he was modest. He thinks the success he's had as a coach is because of the players he's gotten to work with this season. He said, I'm surrounded by talent. Guys who actually have to go out there on the court and get it done deserve the respect. And Kevin, this is why so many of his players respect him.
Thank you, David. And here is Doncic. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Pulls up. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Giannis inside. Leonard's there. He gets that one.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now, here's Doncic. Shot to stop the run. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, Doncic is so good at going at the defense. And when he goes at him like that, it puts the defense in a tough spot. Very crafty.
That free throw good from Doncic. All free throws good from Doncic.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Walker surveying the floor. Back to Young. Goes up from the top of the key. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far. And if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And Doncic gets it to go.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Walker the pass to Embiid. Back to Walker. Over Harden. And too long on the shot. And so James will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Trailing by 5. Takes the 3. A second chance effort. And the layup falls.
Yeah, that's weight room there. The muscle of James, really hard to contain, especially when he's crashing with that kind of focus.
And Young kicks to Walker. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Back to Young. This one for three. It's rebounded by Doncic. And the West All-Stars with possession. It's a three-point game and finished off by Davis.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
Here's Walker following the basket by Anthony Davis. And it goes down 2 points. Walker's got 5 now.
Walker does a good job, a really solid job at filling out the defense. Takes a lot of pride in keeping them off balance with the floater.
James, the bounce pass. Leonard against Siakam. Leonard dishes to Davis and finished off by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
And here are the East All-Stars now. And here's Walker. 5 points in the game. Now LeBron. Pass to Harden. Now the pass to Davis. LeBron left side. From 7, again, the West All-Stars.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Walker. Leonard with the steal. Floats it up for James. Back to Leonard. Six to shoot. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Siakam. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the West All-Stars.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Mitchell comes in for Kemba Walker. And it's Lowry in for Trae Young. Mitchell wide open. And nothing is falling for him right now. To the middle. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist from Harden. And it's 6 points for LeBron.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Lowry passes to Mitchell. Pass to Gobert. And stolen by James. Loads it up for Davis. And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
So for the West, Jokic comes in for Davis, and it's Ben Simmons in for Doncic. And then for the East, Bam Adebayo comes in for Pascal Siakam, and Middleton subbed in for Antetokounmpo. Gobert with it. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now here's Harden. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. The long distance three is buried.
You know, the confidence Harden has in his three-point shot, especially that step back that he shoots, is just mind-boggling. He loves letting it fly from deep.
Now here is Lowry. And here is Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. They have a 9-point lead.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Now here's Middleton. Back to Lowry. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. Looking to end the run. They get it again. And so here are the West All-Stars. It's a 13-point game. It's a hand on it.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Count it.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. LeBron James on the wing. Pass to Harden. Back to LeBron. And it's Simmons penetrating. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
I tell you what, when Simmons is taking it strong to the rack, he's looking for the contact and the foul. I love his aggressiveness.
That free throw, no good. Second free throw, no good.
I like his even-keeled demeanor, guys. You look at Ben Simmons, never too high or too low. He's got a quiet confidence about him that bodes well for his future.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Butler, he's checked in for the East. Now Simmons. Leonard on the wing. Pass to LeBron. And a wide open look for Simmons. Misses off the right iron. Butler against Harden. Now here's Butler. D right on him. Lays it up off the glass.
He's a capable and determined scorer in the painted area. Butler doesn't waste too many of these chances.
Lowry against Simmons. The pass to Jokic. Fades and shoots. Yep, it counts.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Lowry. Following the basket by Jokic. Middleton looking it over. 4 on the shot clock. Here's the 3. The shot by Lowry, no good. Lowry's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's LeBron. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Middleton. Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Here's Simmons. He feeds it to James, and they double up James. Kicks it out to Leonard. He dishes it to Simmons, passes it to LeBron. Just 5 to shoot. He had a nice open look right there. James has got 8 points.
excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Ingram. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And Ingram hits these mid-range jumpers, guys, in his sleep. I mean, the defenses can't allow him to get going from there. That's his sweet spot.
Ingram with the steal, and they're pushing it up. Goes up, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
And Harden launches it from deep. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the West All-Stars. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll return shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, dance team. And we resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us. And from what we've seen from the West All-Stars, what's your take so far?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the West All-Stars. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Tatum out there with Jokic. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Simmons. And it's Booker in at the shooting guard. So that's the West.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it. And then Leonard enjoys jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
Leonard's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A.
Nobody is catching Ingram in the open floor. I mean, this guy is a speed merchant.
Pass to Tatum. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Down low, it's stolen by Gobert. Here's Ingram. Here's Adebayo. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Simmons, the bounce pass. Jokic inside. He's guarded by Adebayo. Left side, Butler takes a three. No good on that one. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And some changes here for the East. Embiid, he's checked in for Adebayo. Giannis comes in for Rudy Gobert. Young is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Leonard finds Simmons. Back to Leonard. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Leonard has really become so good at catching and firing. I mean, he doesn't allow the defense any time to alter his shot.
Young against Simmons. High post, Embiid. Clock is at 3. Three-pointer, Butler. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And it's the West All-Stars ball. Leading by 12. On the wing, Booker, defended by Butler. From 18 feet away, a nice shot by Booker.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And Butler gets it to go.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Jokic trying to free himself up. Tatum's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Jimmy Butler. Here's Simmons. The call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Got to admire the hard work of Simmons, a genius at drawing contact.
So far in the game, he's 0 of 2 at the line. That free throw, no good. So for the West, Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Jokic. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Leonard. Kemba Walker's checked in for the East. They've got a chance to cut the deficit to within 10. For 3. Here's Antetokounmpo. Davis with some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Walker against Booker. Back to Tatum. And it's the East with the rebound. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Walker the pass to Giannis. Back to Walker. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Kemba Walker. Simmons against Young. Simmons the bounce pass. Left side, Tatum. For 3, Booker. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Ingram. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Boy, the perception of Ingram, the awareness, seeing a lane and pouncing on it in a blink of an eye.
Davis with it. Now defended by Embiid. Davis inside. Embiid's there. And Davis can't get it to go.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
And it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Catching up on changes for the West. James checked in for Jason Tatum. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Simmons. And it's James Harden in for Booker. Giannis outside. From downtown, drops in the tray. Giannis has got 5 points so far.
And I tell you, once Antetokounmpo starts hitting this consistently, it's a wrap. Over, finne, done. Go to black. Encouraging to see him knock down the 3.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the West. Paul comes in for Luka Doncic. Giannis has gone 2 of 3 from the field. To the paint, here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Mitchell outside. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Harden against Antetokounmpo. Inside, Embiid with the steal. Walker with it. 8 points for him. Fires the 3. And Davis pulls it down.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch. On you.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Middleton's checked in. And so Westbrook makes them both. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the East All-Stars. Pass to Siakam. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on LeBron James. The East All-Stars have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Throw good, Siakam. Siakam hits them both.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Lets the 3 fly. East grabs the miss. Giannis with it, and it's Harden picking him up. And Siakam throws it down.
You know, when you see Antetokounmpo make a pass like that, it tells you just how much he's matured and grown as a player and decision maker.
Harden surveying the D, dishes it to Westbrook. Tries a 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one. Here are the East All-Stars. They're on an 18-7 run. Giannis passes to Siakam. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And the second free throw, good. Now here's Westbrook. 7 points in the game. And the pass to Davis. From down low. The putback. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. To the paint. Here's Siakam. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's James. Good D by Siakam. Knocked loose and taken away by Paul. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Lobbed up there for Mitchell.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
And the West All-Stars have possession, trailing by 2. Harden against Middleton. Passes it to Westbrook. Unloads from 9, and he hits the jump shot. Westbrook's got it all tied up now for the West All-Stars.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Mitchell kicks to Middleton. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Mitchell outside. No good on the 3. Mitchell's gone just 1 of 5 from the field. It's Harden with the drive. Outside, Davis. Three-pointer. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 6 assists here tonight.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Sabonis, he's checked in for the West. And the East All-Stars also making a switch. Adebayo's checked in. Outside, Walker. Six to shoot. Adebayo up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Mitchell against Westbrook. Mitchell outside over Westbrook, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Well, I'm not sure how that one found the bottom of the net, but hey, you take it when it comes.
To the middle, here's James, and James throws it down.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
And it's Mitchell missing. And the West All-Stars have possession. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Ball left side. Pass to Westbrook from deep. He can't hit that time. So the East All-Stars will take it the other way. Here's Mitchell. Offensive rebound. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Outside for Davis. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And the shot goes in from Siakam.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
On offense, here are the West All-Stars. They trail by 1. Right side, Westbrook. The tray does not find the target. That makes him 3 for 5. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. James against Middleton. And they call the foul, so he's got the one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, I tell you what, Middleton really does a nice job at being able to score through contact. Sometimes he gets hammered, and he still gets it up and down.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Jason Tatum comes in for LeBron. And it's Booker in for Paul. The East also changing it up. Gobert, he's checked in for Siakam. Butler comes in for Mitchell. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Walker. Westbrook passes to Jokic. Back to Westbrook. From beyond the arc. No good that time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. East All-Stars lead by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that?
I got it.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. How about that first half, fellas? It was a rough ride in the first quarter for the East All-Stars. They were sleepwalking their way through most of the period and wound up staring at an 11-point deficit by the time it was over. Things really took a positive turn for them in the second quarter, though, as they went on a huge run and now find themselves leading by 4. And from what we've seen so far from the East All-Stars, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They were really efficient on offense, shared the basketball well, great shot selection. That accounted for a high field goal percentage in the first half.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on the West All-Stars.
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you! Whatever your number is, stop shooting the three. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the three. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the East All-Stars, they've got Antetokounmpo. Siakam is out there with Joel Embiid. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Young in at the 1 spot. And here are the East All-Stars. 4-point game. Giannis high post. Leonard's there. Antetokounmpo kicks to Young. A 3-ball. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. At the elbow, it's James. To the inside. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Harden's got his 7th assist in the game. Davis has gone 5 of 9 shooting from the floor. Young dishes to Walker. Misses the 3.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And finished off by LeBron.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Siakam misses.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Pass to James. Out to Doncic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And here are the East All-Stars now. Walker's shot is off.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And, you know, this is where James is most dangerous, attacking and looking to tear into that defense.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Here's Siakam. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Harden finds James. Here's Doncic. Offensive rebound, and Leonard stays with it.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Giannis. Doncic passes to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Siakam. The West All-Stars have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Doncic. And that one misses.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is. Well, I like the setup there. LeBron with the nice pick.
And so Young will bring it up for the East All-Stars, trailing by 5. And that one drops.
Boy, a large frame and nimble feet and great strength allow Embiid to be bully balling guys down low.
LeBron against Antetokounmpo. Now here's James. He's tightly guarded. Outside, Simmons. Harden against Walker. Harden's shot is off.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be? But so far, that's not been the case.
Here we go, one-on-one. And Harden with the stuff.
Well, you've got to be careful around LeBron and mindful of his presence now. He's very opportunistic defensively, and with that size, speed, and anticipation, he can pick your pocket.
Giannis against Leonard. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. 7 points in the game. He kicks to Young. West All-Stars with the rebound. Leonard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Down low, tipped away. Harden against Walker. From deep three-point range, Walker with some nice D. And here are the East All-Stars now. It's a 5-point game. Antetokounmpo passes to Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Booker's checked in. And the East All-Stars also making a switch. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And here's the West with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Harden the pass to Leonard. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 8th assist here tonight.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Almost entirely new group now for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for Davis. Jason Tatum comes in for Leonard. Russell Westbrook's checked in for James Harden. And Paul's subbed in for Booker. Inside, here's Siakam. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Young with the steal. Lets it go from 14. Here's Embiid. But he recovers it.
Even when the defense is there, I mean, Embiid still knows how to score.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
To the inside, Westbrook, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
And some changes here for the East. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Siakam. Mitchell comes in for Kemba Walker. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Trae Young. The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. And here's Lowry. Ingram outside. Gobert dishes to Embiid. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And at 250 lbs, Embiid is a terror inside, using that large frame to draw those fouls.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the West All-Stars.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Outside Tatum. Back to Westbrook. He tries for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Westbrook's got 6 here in this quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Lowry. Westbrook double team. There's the pass to Paul from deep, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Paul's got his first 3 points of the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Gobert kicks to Lowry. Passes it to Embiid. Sinks that one from the post. Embiid's got 8 points.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Lowry against Paul. Outside Westbrook. Double team on Westbrook. Simmons passes to Paul. Pocket 6. Over Lowry. Goes back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, it took a little time for Jokic to understand how to draw contact and get himself to the foul line, but he's figured it out now.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2.
And that one misses. Sabonis, he's checked in for the West. Adebayo is checked in for the East. Butler comes in for Mitchell. And he's good on the second.
And, you know, guys, it's really obvious that Jokic wants to keep getting better. I mean, he's got a lot of tools, and I think the sky's the limit.
Now Lowry, he has 5. Butler deciding where to go with it. Here's Gobert. Kept alive. Here's Adebayo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris Paul picks up that one. The East All-Stars have gone 6 of 11 from the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Butler up top. He's covered by Westbrook. It's Ingram on the wing. The shot. Sabonis grabs the board. Here's Paul. Pass to Westbrook. 5 on the clock. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. The shot's good from Paul.
That is the quick decision-making of Chris Paul. Doesn't take a single dribble, just sees it and hits it.
Got a piece of it. Butler kicks to Love. Three-pointer. The shot, no good. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Pass to Sabonis. There's the dish to Tatum. Back to Sabonis. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Ingram missing. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. They lead by 11. Double team on Westbrook. It's Jokic top of the key. Tatum against Ingram. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it. Chris Middleton's checked in for the East. Chris Middleton. Lowry with the ball. 5 points in the game. Throws it up high. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Now here's Tatum. Here's Westbrook. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here. That one misses. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. They trail by 11. Gobert, the pass to Middleton. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That was really a platinum-level effort from Middleton. I mean, crafty in how he carved out room for himself on the interior.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Boy, for me, it's really been fun watching the evolution of Chris Middleton. I mean, a rangy two-guard who can really stuff the stat sheet.
The pass to Jokic. And here's Westbrook. He's got 15. Back to Jokic. Shot clock at 5. Jokic draws the double. Here's Tatum. That one off the back iron and out.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Second chance shot. Good on that shot. And with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Rudy Gobert. To the right side. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Double team on Westbrook. Tatum kicks to Jokic. Takes the 13-footer. Tatum's shot is off.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
The drive by Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, you don't see bigs with Jokic's skill level very often. His athleticism, very average, but he still can throw it down if he has to.
Jokic has gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. Passes to Adebayo. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Sinks the triple. Butler's got 9 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
To the left side wing. Left side Westbrook. Pass to Jokic. Back to Westbrook over Butler. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. The third quarter comes to a close. West All-Stars out in front, up by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Sabonis is out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the West All-Stars. He misses the free throw. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Jason Tatum. Good on the second free throw.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a two-possession deficit.
Now, Booker. Pass to Sabonis. Paul outside. Unloads. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. And here's the East. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And the three off target. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. 4-point game. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Here's Davis. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 6 assists in the game.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
And the call will be against Sabonis. That's his first foul. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Harden's checked in, and then for the East All-Stars, Pascal Siakam comes in for Gobert. Young is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Butler's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Leonard on the wing, defended by Young. Sabonis, the pass to Leonard. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
Nice feed. Just like his dad, Sabonis is an excellent passing big man. The passing gene was passed on.
And here's Harden for 3. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Giannis, he's checked in for Pascal Siakam. And here are the East All-Stars now, trailing here by 8. And Young kicks to Middleton. The three-pointer, no good. Middleton's gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Young against Harden. Young with the steal. And the foul on Harden. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. LeBron, he's checked in for the West. And then for the East All-Stars, Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Adebayo. And Walker subbed in for Butler. And the East All-Stars call time here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He said, this is where we make our move. This game's going to come down to big plays. Whichever team makes them is going to come out of here with the win. Kevin, we know what side he's on.
Okay, David, much appreciated. The rebound by Middleton. And stolen by Booker. Fast break, here we go. Floats it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Booker against Walker. Now the pass to Middleton. Back to Walker. And the foul on Harden. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. James covering. Young outside to stop the drought. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th assist in the game. And it's the West All-Stars ball. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. Harden against Young. LeBron outside. And Leonard has it in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Leonard's got 12 points here in the second half. Walker dishes to Embiid. Young for 3. West All-Stars with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. And that's just a risky play. To make a heave like that, not worth it.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Passes it to Embiid. To the paint. Here's Middleton. Banked in off the glass.
You know, for a big guy, Joel Embiid's floor awareness is pretty impressive. He does a pretty good job of finding open guys.
Here's Davis. Again, the West All-Stars.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Floats it up for Davis.
Watch out now.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
From deep, Walker. It's rebounded by the West. James has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Young against Harden. Over Young. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Leonard. Leonard's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the rejection by James.
This is what makes LeBron so special. He does it at both ends. Great tenacity on defense.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Young outside. Up top, Embiid. He dishes it to Walker. 6 on the shot clock, and the shot goes in from Embiid.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
And here's the West with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Harden against Young. It's Davis on the wing. It's tipped. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Young taking his time here. Here's Embiid. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Man, I tell you what, I love how Embiid doesn't shy away from contact. He's skilled at finding ways to get to that foul line.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Russell Westbrook's checked in for James Harden. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the East. And Embiid drops them both.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
In the corner, it's James. Pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. The kick out to Westbrook. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
And Embiid has got the ball here for the East All-Stars. Down by 12. Antetokounmpo finds Young. It's Giannis with the drive. And stolen by Booker. Floats it up for Davis. And Davis throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
Well, I tell you what, guys, this is really getting close to being real ugly.
Poke loose. Walker against Westbrook. Here's Walker. looking to end his cold spell. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Westbrook passes to LeBron. LeBron is doubled. To the middle. And out of bounds. The East All-Stars will have it.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Harden's checked in. Walker with it. Young for 3. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside Westbrook. 3-pointer on the way. Good. It's Harden just that time. Harden's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And here are the East All-Stars. 17-point game. Moment here now for an injury report. Now an update on Pascal Siakam from the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. D.A., what'd you find out?
Hey guys, the East All-Stars head athletic trainer gave me an update. He said that he does have a broken nose. It's definitely a painful injury, but not a worst-case scenario.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And he sinks the second.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better and better.
The West All-Stars with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Knocks it loose. Giannis against James. Pass to Leonard. Fires from deep. Cans it from downtown. Leonard's got 17 now, just in the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Harden with it. He's picked up by Walker. Harden outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. Davis, it's good on the putback.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for them this half.
And the East All-Stars call time here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Here's Antetokounmpo. Young outside. Back to Giannis. Siakam trying to free himself up. Antetokounmpo, no good. And the West All-Stars with possession. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's hauled in by the East All-Stars. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Young inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Embiid, no good. 1:46 left in the game. To the inside, Davis. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 25 points for Davis.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he can't get the first one.
And the comparisons to Steph Curry, it's understandable. Young's shooting ability is off the charts.
Booker, he's checked in for the West. And these All-Stars also making a switch. Mitchell's checked in.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
LeBron against Giannis. The pass to Davis. Clock at 6. Shoots over Embiid. That one rolling around and rims out. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the East All-Stars. And it's Mitchell missing. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. James against Antetokounmpo. Here's Westbrook. Oh, wow.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Jokic has checked in for Davis. Jason Tatum comes in for James. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Leonard. Passes it to Embiid. Inside. Here's Mitchell. The shot misses. Good D by Booker. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Outside Westbrook. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid. And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for West All-Stars, Russell Westbrook. At the line for 2.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And they're on the break. Here's Mitchell. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Okay. Here's Westbrook. No good there. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.